The stage was set, the lights burned bright. A moment of truth on a dazzling night. Jeon Yeo-Been spoke, her voice so clear. Words that made the whole world cheer. She smiled, paused, then softly said, "Song Joong-Ki's my anchor, where I'm safely led." The crowd went wild, fans lost their calm. Her heartfelt truth spread like a psalm. But what did she mean by those simple lines? Why did her words sparkle brighter than signs? Let's dive deep into their bonds so rare. A tale of support, trust, and endless care. The cameras rolled, the scripts were read. But no one foresaw where this path led. On set they laughed, rehearsed, and grew. A partnership real, authentic, and true. Song Joong-Ki, seasoned, calm, and wise, carried storms within his eyes. Jeon Yeo-Been, fresh yet fierce, with courage and charm that could pierce. Together they danced through scenes of fire. Their chemistry sparked, hearts would conspire. Not just villains, courtrooms, or fight, but glances that lingered deep in the night. During a press meet, casual and plain, a reporter asked, "What keeps you sane?" Jeon Yeo-Been paused, her lips turned slight, and spoke with grace, her spirit alight. Through all the storms, the highs, the low, there's one steady force that helped me grow. Song Joong-Ki is that anchor true, unshakable, firm, and guiding too. The room went still, hearts skipped fast. Had she just revealed what fans long asked? Her words weren't scripted, not lines to sell, but a confession honest. It rang like a bell. An anchor holds a ship in place. Through raging waves, it guards its space. In Joong-Ki's calm, she found her shield. On shaky ground, he made her healed. Behind the cameras, whispers flew. How he'd guide her when scenes felt new. A nod, a smile, a reassuring glance. He gave her courage to take each chance. And when exhaustion weighed her down, he'd lift her spirits, erase her frown. Not with grandeur, nor loud applause, but gentle strength without a pause. Remember those eyes in courtroom scenes? They weren't just acting, or so it seems. The trust between them, unspoken yet loud, felt like thunder breaking through clouds. When Vincenzo comforted Cha Young's cries, fans swore they saw truth in Joong-Ki's eyes. And when she laughed at his sly, sharp schemes, it mirrored their bond behind the screens. Every gesture, every line, felt drenched with meaning, pure, divine. Not just fiction that scripts could weave, but real emotions we all believed. The moment she spoke, the clips went viral. Netizens called it their favorite arrival. Anchor, they asked, that's deep, that's strong. Something like that can't be wrong. Tweets poured in, hashtags soared. Unshakable anchor, fans adored. Memes, edits, fancams too. Every corner buzzed with something new. Some called it love, some called it fate. Some said, they're close, and that's just great. But all agreed, the bond was rare. A shining story fans longed to share. Behind the set, when cameras died, stories leaked from the crew inside. They spoke of moments, quiet, unseen, that painted their friendship deep and keen. How he'd wait though his shoots were done, just to make sure she wasn't alone. How she'd laugh at his subtle jokes, sharing warmth through gentle strokes. They'd sit at meals, not rushed, not loud, comforting silence amidst the crowd. Simple gestures, pure and true, made fans believe in something new. The question still hangs in the air. Is anchor just friendship, or love laid bare? K-drama pairs have come and gone, but this one feels like a lasting song. Some say she spoke as a loyal friend, grateful for guidance that won't ever end. Others believe it's destiny's call, that love had bloomed within it all. Her choice of words, so rich, so deep, still haunts the nights when fans can't sleep. For in that moment, raw and bright, she gave a truth that felt too right. Post Vincenzo, their stars still rise, but her confessions still mesmerize. For Joong-Ki, known for grace and charm, her words became a heartfelt balm. For Yeo-Been, it marked her stand, a rising queen with strength so grand. And fans now wait, their hearts aligned, for fate to bring them back in time. A reunion drama, a film, a scene, anything that makes the magic convene. Because anchors don't fade, nor bonds grow cold, their stories destined to be retold. Years may pass, projects may change, but her words remain, they don't estrange. For in a world of scripts and play, that confession still holds sway. Not just headlines, gossip, or spin, but proof of where her trust had been. In Joong-Ki's steadiness, she found her ground, a rare connection so profound. And maybe one day, they'll confess once more, not on a stage, but hearts to explore. Till then we cling to the anchor she named, a bond unbroken, forever framed. So here's the tale of words so sweet, a heartfelt truth that none can beat. When Jeon Yeo-Been said, "He's my guide," the world leaned in, eyes open wide. For anchors steady, anchors true, are rare in life, in love, in view. And whether friendship, or love concealed, her confession left the world revealed. The mystery lingers, the story sings, of two bright stars with timeless wings. Song Joong-Ki and Yeo-Been's grace, forever etched in time's embrace. And that's how Jeon Yeo-Been's confession, simple yet profound, shook fans worldwide, leaving us all to wonder, was it just admiration, or the first whisper of something far greater? The moment replayed in endless streams, a confession that felt like living dreams. Her words so simple, yet struck like thunder. The world leaned closer, consumed with wonder. She hadn't rehearsed, no practiced tone. It came from a place that was deeply her own. Eyes soft as dusk, her voice sincere. She painted Joong-Ki as someone dear. An anchor, she said, unshakable, strong. A presence that steadied her all along. But anchors don't simply hold with might. They soothe the storms, they guide through night. Imagine the scene when the cameras rest. The cast disperses, but she feels stressed. A script in her hand, emotions unclear. And there he is, calm, drawing near. "Don't worry," he whispers, "you've got this part." A few gentle words that ease her heart. Not just a co-star, not just a peer, but a constant presence, steady and near. One night on set, the hours grew late. The staff all tired, sealed by fate. But Joong-Ki stayed, though his work was through, waiting to walk with her under the blue. Street lamps glowing, footsteps light. A quiet anchor through the night. Another day, a courtroom scene. Tension heavy, the air unseen. Her hands trembled, her lines felt stuck. But his steady gaze brought her luck. No grand gestures, no staged surprise. Just calm assurance within his eyes. And that is the magic she couldn't ignore. The type of support she'd long searched for. Not flashy words, not public praise, but quiet strength through cloudy days. Her confession, though brief, was filled with layers. A melody wrapped in silent prayers. For what kind of bond inspires such grace? One where trust has found its place. The fans, of course, spun countless tales, turning her truth into whispered trails. Is it love, they asked, their voices bold, or just a friendship worth more than gold? Clips resurfaced from Vincenzo's run, where their laughter gleamed brighter than sun. A blooper reel, her giggles wide, and Joong-Ki smiling, unable to hide. Those little moments, unscripted, free. Felt like proof of a rare chemistry. Some recalled the wrap-up night, when Yeo-Been's tears blurred her sight. She thanked the crew, but when words grew dim, her gaze fell gently, only on him. And he, in turn, bowed low and kind, as though their souls were intertwined. Her anchor, yes, it made perfect sense. For anchors protect, they don't dispense. They don't drift off, they don't decay. They stand with you, come what may. Perhaps she remembered the endless calls, long rehearsals in crowded halls. When her voice wavered, when doubts took flight, he'd sit beside her deep in the night, sharing tea, or just the air. A comfort simply knowing he's there. And what shocked fans most, beyond the claim, was the weight of the word, the depth of its flame. Anchor, not mentor, not friend alone, but someone she leans on when winds have blown. Even in interviews after that day, she never denied what she chose to say. Her eyes would sparkle when his name appeared, as if her spirit was quietly steered. And he, though modest, never denied that he'd been her strength, her steady guide. When asked of Yeo-Been, his lips would lift, as though her presence was his own gift. The story still lingers in fan-filled halls, painted on posters, sung in fan calls. The anchor moment, etched in time, forever replayed in poetic rhyme. So we wonder still, as the years pass slow, what truth in her heart we're yet to know. Was it friendship's song, pure and deep, or love's first whisper she dared to keep? One thing is clear, the bond won't break. No storm, no wave, no tidal quake. For when she spoke, the world could see. Her anchor was Joong-Ki, eternally. And maybe one day, under softer skies, without flashing lights or public eyes, she'll speak again, her truth complete, of how that anchor made her fleet. Till then, the story remains untold, wrapped in mystery, shining gold. A confession simple, yet endlessly grand, of a bond the world can't fully understand. And so, dear reader, let's keep in mind that anchors rare are hard to find. But Jeon Yeo-Been found hers, it's true. In song Joong-Ki, steadfast, through and through.